Hello, I'm going to teach you how to play a game that you're going to do for math today. It's called Piles of Five. I sent these materials to Mom and Dad, and so they'll need to make sure they have them printed off. So you'll need to make sure you have a sheet that looks like this printed off. And then you'll probably have a sheet that has a couple of these squares printed off. You only need one square. Mine are laminated because I use these in the classroom and I wanted to keep them nice and safe year after year. So you don't have to worry about that. You can just print yours off and have them. Mine's in color. If you don't want to print it in color, you don't have to do that either, okay? So you'll need that. This sheet, you will need 5 counters. So get those out of your math manipulative bags. You'll need 2 crayons, and you'll also need a pencil. And your crayons don't need to be red and yellow. If you want to have 2 different colors, that's fine. You just need to make sure you have 2 different colors to represent the 2 sides of our counters. You'll also want a cup to put your counters in. I'm going to just shake mine in a hand because I don't have a cup handy right now. So a cup though works really well to put them in. Kind of give the cup a shake and drop them out. And I'll talk about that in just a minute. So this is practicing making ways to make 5. We talked about that in lesson 1-9 last week. And so this is just a fun little review game to practice this concept of making 5. And I have to tell you a secret. This is something that you'll work on when you get into first grade. So it's a first grade concept that you're doing in kindergarten, which should make you feel pretty smart because you're doing something that you'll do in first grade in kindergarten. So it's good to practice. And like I said, this is kind of a fun game, a fun way to practice. So you'll put your counters in a cup. Like I said, I'm going to just use my hands because I don't have a cup convenient. But you'll put those counters in a cup and give the cup a little shake and then spill the counters out. And I'll show you my counters. So you can see my counters are spilled out on the table. And then I'm going to put them on my little card. So I'll set my counters on my card the way they spilt out of the cup. And then on my recording sheet, I'm going to do one of the boxes and I'm going to color the counters to match. So I'm going to color 2 yellow because 2 of them were yellow. And then I'm going to color 3 of them red because 3 of my counters spilt out red. And then I'm using a crayon so you can see my numbers, but I want you to use a pencil. And you're going to write how many counters were yellow and how many were red. So 2 of my counters were yellow and 3 of them were red, which make 5. Then you can put your counters back in the cup. Give that cup a shake and see if they spill out in a different way. Make 5 again. Ooh, and they did. This time I got 2 red and 3 yellow. So then I take my crayons and color in the next box and write the number. And then keep shaking until you fill it in. And something you could do is you could play this with someone else if you wanted to. So you could play with a mom or a dad or someone else that's around with you. And you could take turns. They could spill and color. And then you could spill and color. And see the different ways you get to make 5. So I hope you have fun playing Piles of 5.